welcome to Tangling Along with me. Today we are doing a bookmark, and this one is almost 14 centimeters long, and it is 5 centimeters wide. It is some brown cardstock that I have, and I tried it out. It is really good for the microns, and so this is the paper that I'm using in this video. Be careful, because some of this dark brown cardstock here is not really good for your microns, so make sure it is working with your microns. I'm going to make a border first, and for that I'm using my Micron, the black one, and it's the 10 I have here. So I'm just going to make a border all the way around this piece of paper here, and I'm rounding the corners. And it's okay if your lines are not straight, doesn't really matter. There we go. I'm going to emphasize these corners a bit, and I'm gonna do that in all of the corners. Just because I can, and I like the way that it looks. Let's correct this one a bit. There we go. Okay, I'm placing my 10 to the side, and I'm going to take my black Micron PN this time, and I'm going to make another border, but here I'm going to go around, what, 1/2 centimeter here from the first border to this one, and I'm rounding my corners again. And if it's not perfect 5 millimeters, then that's no problem at all. It's more like you're getting a bigger border this time. There we go. And now I'm going to make a small border just because I can. And yes, that is a lot of borders. But that's all fine. It will look good in the end. There we go. And as you can see, my lines are not that straight. I have this UNI Pen Fineliner, and this is a dark brown, and I really like this dark brown color. These pens are, if you ask me, not as good as the Microns, but this one especially has this really beautiful dark brown color. So I'm going to start the pattern here, and I'm making these lines here. And around a finger's width between each line here. And look at that nice brown color here. I'm not sure if it shows up that well on the camera, but I find it really beautiful. And I can have maybe one more here. Just a little line of it. Okay, I'm starting with a orb here in the middle of the first line, and then on the sides on the second line. And then I'm just gonna repeat these two all the way down. So one in the middle, and here on the sides. Oh, that turned a little small, but that's not a problem. The middle. And the middle. Now we are going to make lines that go through these orbs. First in this diagonal, or what that's called, line here, in an angle. I'm doing that all the way down here. Like that, turning the bookmark here and doing it from the other side. The exact same thing, just the other way around. There we go. Now I was thinking of coloring in these orbs here with my dark brown, as I really like this dark brown. I find the color of this one really, really beautiful. Look at that. Nice dark brown. And here you can correct the size and the shapes of your orb if you want to. Like this one, I find that a little too small. So I just correct it. And no one will see that. And this one as well, I find that a little small. And then just coloring them all here. Just relaxing in my hand and taking my time with this. And I'm just letting my pen glide over the paper. I'm not pushing it in there. And that one. And the last one here. There we go. And I'm putting that pin to the side. And I'm going to my white jelly roll. First of all, I am going to make a tiny white orb here at the opposite sides of the big brown ones. So just tiny white orbs. And be careful that you don't put your hand in this white jelly roll, because then it will smear on your page or your creation. We don't want that. So I'm just placing them here. Where they need to go. Like that. Just let them dry for a second. Again, so you don't smear it. I'm just making sure that it still works. And then I turn it around. Normally we go under when we meet a line, but I am going over with my white jelly roll here. So I'm going over and from one of these small orbs to the other, and I'm trying to hit the exact spot where the other lines are crossing. So in the middle of the cross to the orb, and again through that little cross to the next orb, and so on. So through the cross, and again. I'm doing this all the way down. There we go. Then I'm going to turn my paper around. Let's see what is easier. I'm just gonna lie it like that. And then I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side, just like we did with the brown. And again, I'm trying to hit these crosses here in the middle. Oh, I forgot a line here. There we go. So it will go through the cross and to the white, through the course, across and to the orb. That's my big cat. I think he feels a little lonely right now. So that's the pattern, and it was this pattern right here that we did. I think that came out really cool. I'm actually going to take my dark brown Uni Pen here, and I'm going to color in this edge with this color, as I really like it, and I want this edge to pop a bit. So I'm just taking my time with coloring in the edge of my bookmark. Turning it when I'm needing it to be turned. Yeah. Yeah. What's up, kitty? Don't have time for you right now, sorry. No, don't have time. Go play with your brother. Go on, go play with your brother. Almost there. Just on the last edge here. There we go. I like that. That looks really neat. Let's put that in the middle again. I have found a few of my color pencil. This is a Stardust Super Soft, and they are actually made for black paper. I'm not sure they're that good on black paper, but I like the color in them. So I'm going to use those. And I'm not actually knowing what I'm doing here. So I'm using the dark green in the top corner and switching to my light green and doing... Oh, okay, I need to put this to the side. It's a little too soft for these pencil, so I'm just going in here with the light green. I need to do something about those. There we go. Much better. And I am going in with my dark green again to make the transition between the light green and the dark green a bit better. There we go. I'm not sure what I'm doing here, but I'm just trying out a few ideas. So I am putting the dark green in the top. So using the light green all over the square and then going in with the dark green, making the transition a bit better. These are not the best color pencil I have ever had, but they're doing the job, so it's all fine. So I'm just picking out a few of these triangles here. And coloring them in. I actually think I like that. And then I'm going to turn it around and do the same. Here I have a orange and a yellow. So I'm starting with the orange at the top. Let's see, take this one. And then the light yellow here at the bottom. And going back with the dark orange or lighter orange here. Let's take this one. And then the yellow. and back to the orange. Let's do this one. And back to the dark orange, or the darker color. This one. The yellow. And back to the orange. I'm gonna do one more. Let's take this. No. Can do this one here. Can almost not see that one, but we're doing it anyway. Let's leave it at that. I kind of like that. Okay, let's do some shading. I'm taking my charcoal here, no, my graphite here, and I'm going to place a little here along the white lines using my Tortillion to spread it. And I'm gonna do that up here as well. And only on one side of the white line here. And I'm not doing it on my colors because the color won't take the graphite pen here. So I'm just jumping those areas and just doing these lines. And the last one here. There we go. I have a little in this, I don't want it right there. Okay, then I'm going to turn it around, and then I'm just gonna do it on this angle as well. Making a shadow of this white line. Doing that all the way down here. Like how that looks. Putting that to the side, and I'm going to take my white charcoal and I'm going to find the lines from the brown here, and I'm doing it with the white on these lines, being careful where I place the white here, and I'm only doing a tiny bit with my Tortillion on this white here. And I'm doing it on the same side as I did with the white line. Oh, here. And the Tortillion. Just a tiny bit. And if you get in over the line like I did here a few places, you can always draw that up with the dark brown again. I'm gonna do that when I'm done with this. There we go. And I'm going to turn it so that I have my shadow from the white line right there, and then I'm just going to do the white on the brown line. And I'm just experimenting here, trying to figure out what I like and what I don't like. I'm just following the flow. I think this is turning out quite nice. And the last place here. There we go. I'm going back to my dark brown. That was a Uni Pen I had. And I am going over these lines. And here I am going under the white jelly roll, as I don't want the brown to be on top, but the white jelly roll. I'm just drawing up these lines. And then turning my bookmark and doing the same here on this side. And the last line here as well. There we go. I like that. Oh, let's do my chop right here, right away, before I forget it and before I continue. Okay, let's get that to dry. Then I have this Stardust jelly roll. This is a dark gray, and I'm just going to place some tiny dots here along this ribbon right here on the edge to give it a little sparkle. I love glitter, so this is just perfect for me. I'm just placing a tiny dot here with around 5 millimeters between them. And remember to keep your hands out of the dots until they're all dried. There we go. And I was thinking of doing a tiny bit of a orb here in the orbs. And just to get a little more glitter in there. There we go. I like that. I think that turned out really good. So that is all there is for today. This pattern in here was this pattern right there that I was trying out. So I hope you liked it. You can either use a fixative to make sure that it doesn't smear if you use it as a bookmark, or you can laminate it. So that's all there is today. Have an attitude of gratitude.